There's my girl in her pretty new Halloween outfit she got off of eBay.
Yeah, Guardian Angel store. One of the ones I took a picture of a few weeks ago.
Yep.
Yep. And the boys are all pinked out for breast cancer awareness.
Yeah.
In support of breast cancer today. Johnny has Don's old information management.
Yeah, my old company shirt.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. How he had to hunt hard to find a pink shirt that was guy friendly.
Yeah.
I love you.
I love you too.
I'll see you in a little. I'm gonna take pictures somewhere and then I'll be home.
Okie dokie.
I don't know where yet. I'll have to be creative thinking on the way to school.
I love you. Kiss, kiss.
Kiss, kiss. It's 6:45 a.m. Somehow it's taken me 10 extra minutes to get out of the house every morning. And I swear it's the exact same routine, and Donnie's helping out with all the same things, and I don't know why. I really wish we could get back to leaving at 6:35. Alright, you guys have a good day. I love you. This is the spookiest close to Halloween mural art that I could find in downtown Raleigh. I've been staring at it for a while, and today seemed like the right day to stop and get my picture. So I'm listening to this book called We Were the Lucky Ones. It's written by an ancestor of a family of at least some Holocaust survivors. And I listened to a little bit of it with the boys in the car, and now I've been forbidden from listening to my book except when they're with me because they're so interested. They had read several World War II Holocaust type books, Anne Frank among them, but some others too, ones I hadn't even read. And so Johnny in particular is really interested. So I guess I got to figure out another book to start listening to because yeah, even though I want to listen to my book, I'm not supposed to. So to leave this parking lot, which doesn't have the nicest of entrances and exits, I've raised the car from low to high to safely get out over there, and I think that'll be okay. I frequently do this when I pull into and out of parking lots. Sometimes there's no warning on the way in, but at least on the way out I can be prepared. Since I've been driving a lot at night the past couple weeks, past month, I've noticed a few times that I really miss not having a button that will automatically turn on all the inside lights in the car. Yes, yes, I know. I can go to the touchpad and I can turn the lights on, and it's not too hard. But I'm missing that button that I have up on the dash on my Honda that I can just hit it and poof, the lights are on. Because sometimes when you need the light, you need the light.
And within minutes, they arrive at the south end of a...
Well, it would be a day of recording if the book didn't just start playing. But anyway, it's not a big deal, but I miss that button. I do. I mean, if I want to turn on the dome lights, I've got to hit controls. And then typically down at the bottom, the lighting menu is displayed. But then I've got to hit dome. And then I've got to hit one more. I've got to hit on to turn everything on. And then, of course, when I'm done, hopefully I'm still on this menu. But look, I've got to hit dome and I've got to put it back on auto. So yeah, that's a few little bit more buttons than I want to have to push. Yeah. All right. This pickup truck next to me is having serious trouble. He'll be lucky if he makes it through the intersection. Yep, he was in the turn lane there, but he didn't make it through. That truck must have just flat out stalled on him. All right, he's working really hard to get it off. Hi, buddy. Are you playing with your hat instead of letting me get a picture? Yeah, he goes, that thing makes me mad. So Dawn is reading this book, Internal Combustion by Edwin Black.
Very recommended. Yep.
Yeah, it may not be exactly what you think based on the title. Brief summary, Donnie?
Right. It's basically how, from the beginning of time, starting with ancient Egypt and such, Roman Empire, how fuel has been monopolized by the ruling class or the aristocrats, been very monopolistic, covers coal, and it gets into obviously the early internal combustion engines and the battle between electric vehicles, which had the early lead, and the internal combustion, and it details very detailed why the electric vehicle lost out, and it had nothing to do with any reason that you might think. I won't give it away, but it was like, I just jaw-dropping why the electric vehicle lost out.
So we're watching a Jay Leno YouTube video from one of his shows, or a video that he put out maybe before he had Jay Leno's Garage.
Right.
And it's what car?
So that is a Baker.
A Baker. And it's
1911 Baker, which is actually towards the end of the electric car period, first time. Believe it or not, the electric cars had a 5-year lead on the gasoline internal combustion. In like 1894, 5, and 6, there were a fleet of taxis running around New York City that were all electric, very successful. They did well, and they were going to expand to other cities. There were other people jumping into this. The electric cars were expensive to make back then. It wasn't just the cost of the batteries, but everything was handmade. They were all richly appointed, upholstered. It was basically like a living room on wheels because of the fact that electric cars made no noise, and more important than any of that, electric cars didn't stink. Back then, if you were a rich man, you rode around behind the ass end of a horse in your carriage. So you had to deal with that all the time. And it's what made the electric cars so popular, is they were quiet, so you didn't hear all that clop, clop, clop of the hooves on the cobblestone, and you didn't have to watch your horse defecate all the time. You didn't have to watch people clean all that up. It got ground into the street, and then in the summertime it wafted in the air. You can imagine what it smelled like. Folks, there were 8.5 million horses in New York City. There were more horses in New York City than people.
Wow. Well, I'm pretty enamored with this vehicle. They showed the inside of it, and the upholstery was it was supposed to be, it was a woman's shopping car, and it was just this beautiful upholstery. And Jay showed the original Edison battery pack I guess there's 6 large boxes. There's 3 in the front and 3 in the back, which he has now replaced with lithium ion. But it was, this is pretty amazing. You should go watch this video. It's just cool. All right, there's Gray Girl enjoying her sleepy afternoon nap on her heating blanket in the doghouse. And here's Tux. Although if a cat sleeps in it, is it still a doghouse? Or is it a cat house? So, no nap today. And Don and I watched YouTubes pretty much the whole time I was home, besides the time we spent cooking breakfast, because, you know, I had to make Donnie fresh bacon today. Oftentimes he does it. Today I did it. We swap back and forth, so that's good. Nobody gets too tired of the breakfast routine. So I decided to head out a little early and go check out the new Raleigh Supercharger and see if they've laid the asphalt and what's going on with that. Joey's going to want to get home right away for Super Mario Odyssey, so if I want to check it out, I've got to check it out before I pick them up. So let's go see how it's looking. So here's a really good look at the work still left to do on the transformer and electrical wiring. So all paved and so Joey gets in the car and he goes, "Okay, Mom, let's go straight home. I want to get Super Mario Odyssey." To which I said, "You know, I'm just really sorry, but we've got a couple places I've got to stop on the way home. I can't go straight to the house." I couldn't hold it in. I just started laughing.
I started freaking out, then I called her bluff.
Yeah, about a couple months ago I could always get him, but now he's wisened up a little bit to my,
he's not as mobile as he was.
Yeah, that's right. He's learned. So while I was gone looking at the supercharger and picking up the boys from school, Don took my car back over to the tire place and got new Michelins put on it. And he also handled the NC State inspection and got an oil change. Like I said, all the other work on this vehicle was done at the Honda dealer, but now that this is not my primary driving vehicle, that's what we're doing now is the right answer. So it should be safe to drive. Next time Michelle and I want to take the kids somewhere, we need to load up a bunch of people, and we want to not have to worry about keeping the car clean. Because, well, we do keep the car clean, but, you know, not like Ruby. So, in other words, if I go down to the beach and I intend all the kids to get dirty in the sand, we're taking the van. But, so, I'm glad that that's done. I guess I need to go online now and do the registration part. Dawn is also taking the door off and getting ready to start working on the door. It's beautiful out here today, so it's a good day to cover a few things. And there's nighttime. She likes to go out for a few hours in the middle of the day, but when I come home after the boys, she's usually ready to go in the house and take a nap, so. Silly girl, I don't know why she wants to go outside when she's allowed inside, but I would love to take Tux in the house, but he was outside for a long time and is not a house cat, and yeah, that just wouldn't work to bring him in. So I'd like to. I mean, I bring him in for short periods, but he can't be left unattended. You ready to go inside, little one? Well, that didn't take long.
Not at all.
Yeah, how's it going so far?
It's very fun.
Yeah?
The controls are getting a little hard to get the hang of, but it's still a lot of fun.
Huh. Alright, well, way cool. Alright, Johnny's all packed up and ready to go to the rockin' sleepover at our Tae Kwon Do school tonight. They have one of these 3-4 times a year where the kids come and spend the night. The parents can go out if they want to. The kids have talent shows and costume contests, and well, at Halloween, let's face it, they get a little bit of candy, but they exercise them too. And then parents come and pick them up the next morning. So Johnny likes hanging with all his friends up there. Joey's kind of gotten, he thinks, too big for it. But yeah, Johnny's all packed and ready. Well, Don's gotten a lot accomplished on the door so far. He used a wire brush wheel on his drill to sand down the door a little bit, get the old paint off. Then he applied 2 coats of Rust-Oleum spray primer. And now he's put on 1 coat of the blue satin finish paint that I liked, and is waiting on that to dry.